Hey, I'm Alex Rock from Rock on Beer, and we're going to be doing a tasting on Google Hangouts today. These are my co-drunkards.
Graham Van Bach from Arizona.
And I'm Randy Wilson out in Connecticut.
All right, and today we're going to be drinking, let's see if I can say it this time, Lagunitas, whatever, Cappuccino Stout.
Lagunitas Cappuccino Stout with Sebastol's own hardcore coffee.
All right, yeah, so I'll give you a nicer look at the label. Limited release. This is going to be a big imperial double stout. All right, should we open it up then?
Yeah, let's get this bad boy in our drinks.
Done.
Percy cat. Oof. All right, let's see if I can screw up the pour this time.
Oh, I'm really messing it up.
Look how delicious this bad boy is. Mmm. Oh, that head's going to get me kind of worried. I poured too much down the center.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So this is a really heavily carbonated beer. Are you getting the same results we have here, Graham?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, I haven't even poured mine all the way in yet, and I've already got
Hold
over
on.
my fingers.
Where's my cap at?
Wow.
Hold on. I'm gonna try and Sam Adams sustain this beer. Oh,
Yeah.
Sam, you'd be real sad. I don't know.
The coffee aroma really comes out well.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you can really pick up, the roasted malts in the coffee in this.
Now, this isn't just a coffee stout. This says it's actually brewed with coffee. It's Sebastopol's own hardcore coffee. So
I googled it. That's a local coffee shop in California near this brewery.
So
Keeping it local.
normally with a coffee stout like this, it'll say coffee. Coffee and chocolate stouts tend to be just malts that are roasted and taste like coffee or chocolate. So this is a kind of nice. It gives it a little bit more of that coffee punch.
Yeah, so it'll be actually the real taste of coffee rather than it's mimicked by the malts.
This beer is not sweet for how much is. I mean, it's not a bitter beer, and it's a pretty big beer. But I wouldn't describe it as sweet.
Mm-mm. No. In fact, I would say it's really bitter, and that's probably from the coffee, depending on how they put it in.
I often wonder when I see this on a label if the IBU is the measured IBU from their hop additions, or if they actually calculate I wonder if it's calculated from what they said they were going to do, or whether they measure the IBU. But the coffee really is strong in this beer.
Yeah, it's really strong. I mean, have you ever tried to actually put like a shot of?
It's a good beer though. It's not as smooth as a Guinness, but not as rough as a normal stout, because I don't normally like stouts at all.
I would say this beer, for what it is, I'm a fan of stouts. This isn't very sweet. It's a very drinkable beer. It's high alcohol, and it doesn't really come off as being 9.2% alcohol. If I were to rate this beer, I'd give it like a 7.5. The only downsides to me are the head. Well, when I poured it, was really thick. It didn't last very long.
Yeah, neither did mine. Didn't have very good head retention.
And for a stout, it's got a lot of aroma going on, and only part of that aroma comes through in what I'm tasting. Maybe this would age well for being such a big beer.
Yeah, I'm actually a really big fan of imperial stouts. maybe even more than a normal stout, just because I really like those big chocolate and coffee flavors that come through the big the big dark grain bills go into them. And yeah, I say that this one is right up my alley. I like that the coffee flavor is really natural, and yeah, the only downside is, yeah, like you said, it doesn't have a great head retention, and I mean the aroma is kind of off compared to the actual taste of how big the beer is. But yeah, I would give it a solid 7, probably leaning, yeah, like you said, towards 7.5.
I feel like this would be a great mixing beer with like a milk stout. I like a Guinness, but I wouldn't lean towards Guinness with this beer. Like I said, this would be a great beer if I was like, hey, that left-handed milk stout is a little too thick for me. This will be a great mixer.
Hey, let's really quick wrap this beer up.
Sure.
Yeah, so final verdict on Lagunitas Cappuccino Stout.
5.
I say that it's really good, but I've probably had some better ones.
I give it a thumbs up. I would say go buy this beer and give it a try.
Yeah,
it's not the best stout that I've ever had, but it's definitely enjoyable. If you are looking for something with a rich coffee flavor, this is a good one to try.
and this would be a nice introduction to imperial stouts too, because it's maybe not as huge as some of the other ones. That nice coffee taste kind of cuts into it. Yeah.
All right, Alex. I think this beer is great. Like I said, you should probably get out, just give it a sample. If you're interested in trying a cappuccino stout or just a big-bodied stout, this is a great one to start on. Thanks for joining us.
And keep an eye out for more from
More
us.
Google Hangouts.
More drunken hangouts.
Yeah, 9.5% will get you drunk. That will happen.
Especially on top of 7.5.
Cheers, guys.
It's only
cheers.
1 p.m. here.
What?
It's only 1 p.m. I shouldn't be drinking.